It is fight night in the city of Boise. MMA action returns to the Idaho Central Arena. Front Street Fights 31 tonight at 7 p.m. Two titles are on the table. Champions will be crowned. And there are local fighters in the spotlight tonight, some with a unique connection, forged in combat. Call it the calm before the storm. Final touches at the Idaho Central Arena ahead of fight night. The clicks of these chairs will soon be drowned out.
Come on his back foot!
The downtown Boise crowd has helped transform the City of Trees into a hub of mixed martial arts, MMA. And at the center of it, Front Street Fights, where more history is about to be made.
We found out officially about 2 months ago.
Professional MMA fighter Stephanie Hernandez is set for the co-main event of Front Street Fights 31.
First women's title is what I'm told for Front Street Fights, so I'm super excited.
Hernandez faces Katie Perez for the atomweight title. A window into the journey Hernandez has been on as an Idaho fighter.
From Boise, Idaho, ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Hernandez!
The very beginning, September 2015.
Oh man, I've gotten my black belt since then. I've competed in Muay Thai, I already fought for a title previously, or tried to. So a lot has happened, and I've definitely matured as an athlete and as a person.
En este caso aparece aquí justamente Hernandez, toda en rojo.
Hernandez has traveled far from home as a professional, taking exciting fights as opportunity presents them. But like most professional fighters, there is also a so-called day job to help the habit. Some know her as Coach Steph at SBG Idaho.
It's easier to not get stressed out as a coach because I can say things and just tell people what to do, but when it's me having to do those things, I get so much more stressed and there's so much more pressure that I put on myself.
It's pressure shared with a fellow coach.
When I'm coach, and then when I'm athlete and fighter, then that's what I am.
Stephen Stirewalt also coaches at SBG.
I go by Steve most of the times.
He too is set for a Friday night fight under the lights.
I wish it wasn't true. Fighting's a little bit more of an opportunity than it is like a stable career path, I suppose. So,
Please welcome Stephen Stirewalt!
Stirewalt has been making the most out of those opportunities, dating back to before 2015. That's when he fought at Front Street Fights 4. A great memory.
I beat him up. Yeah, beat him up.
Stirewalt has a tough test a decade later. Expected fireworks in a bantamweight fight against Israeli fighter David Almayo.
I feel like I've prepared plenty enough for this fight. I feel ready, and I'm feeling confident and ready to go. And we have a big support group that'll be coming out and making sure that Friday night's gonna be a good night.
A good night for Team SBG, for coaches that met there years ago.
We knew of each other. We'd actually held pads together probably a couple times too, but we didn't really start hanging out until at least a few years in.
I don't think I even knew his name.
But a lot can change in a decade.
So back in 2017 is when we first started dating. So
a relationship built in part by fighting, but even more so by support. Coaches that have a different title for each other. Husband and wife. A couple both set for battle.
It's a little stressful because I do want to watch, but I know I'm going to have to get ready, and I can't let the emotions of whatever happens in his fight carry over. I almost have to be emotionless in that regard, but it also makes me feel sad that I can't be emotional for him.
The nerves are still there because I want my wife to do well. But I mean, it's no different than when I just go out and watch her fight myself. I feel like you're always more nervous, at least for me anyways, for others than I am necessarily for myself. So
but there is certainly life outside of the fights.
I don't like to bring work home. That's kind of the time that we just hang out, play video games, watch shows. We don't talk about fighting too much. Sometimes we'll discuss a little bit of it, but for the most part we keep it separate.
Kind of helps having a wife who is also a fighter, because especially for someone who maybe doesn't follow the sport a lot, it could create a lot of clashes, whereas we both understand what it takes to kind of do this and the sacrifices you have to make and the amount of training that goes into it, training time that you don't get paid for, so.
And yes, there are perks to this partnership.
I will say that it's actually been kind of nice in this fight camp because neither one of us can eat junk food, which means neither one of us can buy junk food.
I don't know who's going to be more nervous Friday night because she's either got to follow a great performance or she's got to follow a bad one, and I got to try and set the tone for the night. So
I'm just happy to be home and getting to sleep in my own bed, cut weight here. I don't have to travel. I get to be in front of my home crowd.
And KTVB is proud to sponsor and, partner with Front Street Fights to showcase mixed martial arts live from the Idaho Central Arena in downtown Boise. Tonight, you can stream Front Street Fights 31 live on KTVB Plus. 2 big title fights on the card. And as you heard, history is set to be made. They're going to crown the Front Street Fights first women divisions champion. And the show features fighters from around the world, including up-and-coming names from right here in Idaho. Professional fighter Shino Van Hoos talks about the experience of fighting here in Boise.
Oh, it's amazing. There's nothing like it. You know, you have the fans having so much fun, cheering for their locals. Sometimes they boo for the outsiders, but you got to love that too. It's amazing. You know, you get experience, you get the taste of what a bigger show is like.
And Shino and I previewed the fights for tonight. You can find that full preview video right now on the KTVB YouTube page and KTVB.com.